so glad that you're with us. Over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to enjoy our time together learning how to teach online for Hardin Simmons. And hopefully this will add to your overall teaching repertoire as well. In just a moment, I'm going to move and minimize my recording, but I wanted to personally welcome you. I look forward to seeing you get to know each other and form a learning community as you begin or continue your teaching here at Hardin Simmons. Thanks for being here. And now I'll minimize myself and take a look over my shoulder, and I'm going to walk you through a quick course tour and get you started. When I'm done with this recording, I will place it right here where it says Insert Video. And as a teaching tip, I always think it's a good idea for the students to see and hear you prior to the start of your course. And I like to give them a little bit of a tour to tell them what to expect, because not everybody in our course has taken a lot of online courses, and this may be their first one. Perhaps this is your first online experience. And sometimes what we, after teaching online for a while, can take for granted could be all very new for a student. So I'd rather err on the side of being repetitive for a student who's very familiar with this process, and they may just skip right over this, but it could be very beneficial for most. What you'll want to do when you're done with our communication page is click on the syllabus and or click on the modules page. This is kind of where everything will be. The first thing you'll come to is our welcome module. You can click on it to find a little bit about me, our course overview, some of the resources you have available, and then our policies. Now, if you have a question, you'll want to post it here in the Q&A forum. This is helpful because someone else most likely has the same question that you have, and if you post it, you can be giving answers to everyone. Now, after you read through all the introductory material, you'll come upon a learning check. And in there, there'll be 5 questions. Now, we ask that you take these and kind of grade yourself, if you will, before you start the course. But it's very helpful also for you to insert some sort of a learning check for your students prior to the beginning of their course, just to ensure that they've gone through the syllabus. Now, I know it could be shocking for you to find out that they don't all read the syllabus, but sometimes having an incentive or something that lets them know, oh, this is important, they'll spend a little bit more time getting to know the preliminaries and expectations of the course. I typically send out, like you received, a Google site or some form of an interaction from me that gives them a kind of an advanced organizer for the course. Most read it, some perhaps skip over it, but it's an opportunity for you to begin to assert what is going to be coming up in the course, and it allows them to kind of get on board ahead of time. After the learning check, you'll come to Module 1, and you'll notice the week starts here, and then you'll have Module 1 and all the activities. Well, I encourage you to go to the overview in Module 1. You'll have an introductory video each week from me telling you a little bit about what's coming up in the module, what we're trying to accomplish, and then here's our to-do list. You'll see that the digital disciple book is linked here, and that you'll see your course and reading text assignments for the week. And it'll let you know exactly what we're going to be doing in Module 1 and what technology you'll be using. Now, something to keep in mind is for your learners and for yourself in this course, you may be using technology that you've used for the first time. So give yourself a little extra time and a little grace, because sometimes technologies just want to assert themselves and not work for no particular reason. And if that's the case, please put something in the Q&A forum. But just a little bit of time on their website may help you just to get through the preliminaries. But most of the technology that you'll experience in this course will be from the user end, and it won't be asking you to set up anything. I'll just be asking you to participate. In a moto, at the end of the week, there'll be a little more heavy lifting, and we'll show you that in just a moment. So you can either click on to the modules page or click on next, which is kind of behind my little video there. You see next in the lower right-hand corner. There are several ways you can navigate through the course. So we'll go back to the modules page. Let me tell you a little bit about what the expectations are for this week. Tuesday, before Tuesday, I'm asking you to introduce yourself in the Flipgrid and look through the HSU way. We'll kind of give you an overview of what we um, our approach to online learning. So let me show you the Flipgrid if you're not familiar with it. You'll be coming to the Flipgrid and you'll click here to record a response. They ask you to turn on a camera, microphone, pretty standard for any kind of technology like this. You'll have 90 seconds to respond to these questions, and it'll give you an opportunity to see the other people in the course and hear them and start to um, see who we have with us. And I would uh, I would advise you to go ahead and not get too worried about how you appear on video. It's a very informal course, and if the cat or dog happens to want to be on screen, that's probably a good thing. We could get to see them as well. And the HSU way is done through VoiceThread. If you're not familiar with VoiceThread, it's kind of a click and play technology, and you will click here to listen to my narration, and you will click to the right down here in the right hand corner to advance the slides. And there will be a slide or two that asks you to interact and the instructions on how to click on the plus sign and record an audio or video or on there as well. So you'll have at the beginning of the week, on or before Tuesday night, you'll have one or two assignments each of our 2 weeks of the course, and then the rest of the activities and assignments will be due on Wednesday. Then you'll have a brief video to review on a technology called Padlet. You'll click on this and watch it, and then you will just click anywhere on here to record your response. And you'll just put your name and your response down there. And connecting to the creator is another VoiceThread where you will read one chapter in Digital Disciple and then offer some information on that, a summary, and you'll see instructions on what the assignment is calling you to do in that particular assignment or activity. And then the last is, and this is a little more heavy lifting here, is creating a content synthesis video. We're going to give you an artifact that you can use in your next online course. And in this assignment, and you'll want to probably look at this at the beginning of a week and let it percolate a little bit, but you'll be using an application called Animoto. We have a subscription to it, and you can use our account, so you don't have to make your own account. You just log in, and there's a brief how-to video here, and what you're going to be doing is summarizing one of the chapters in one of our texts. And you'll pick a chapter by clicking on this book, and it'll take you to a Google Doc, and there you'll sign up for one of the chapters, and you can see some examples from other faculty and one of a colleague of mine, and then you will put your video here on the Padlet, and you'll be able to look at the video that others have done and not only learn the content, but also see the perhaps nuanced ways they used Animoto. So that's week one. And if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in a Q&A forum. And if it's a non-course related question, feel free to email me. Well, I look forward to our time together. I hope this course tour was helpful for you, and something you may want to think about is how will you use this technology, a course tour. The tool I use is Snagit. There are other tools, and there are free tools within Canvas to do something very similar. But perhaps a course tour is something that you can use in your online teaching as well. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you in the course.